I would describe it as I mean, for me, the experience watching it, you're totally invested, and you have such a good ride, and it's the most amazing balance of caring for these characters and being in awe of the monsters and wanting to know what happens next, and everything about it captivates you, and you never leave. I never left the screen for a moment when I saw it. I was so excited to see what was coming. Yeah, my best friend and I saw this movie together, and we felt bad for Godzilla, and we hated the Mutos. We were cheering for him, and that's what's so fun about this movie is like you're cheering for the humans, and there is also an emotional life of these monsters, which I didn't expect at all. And the Mutos are these like awful, like hissing villains, and Godzilla is just like this great big guy who's just trying to, restore things, and he's like 2 against 1. You really care for him. Very misunderstood. He's like best anti-villain or anti-hero. We did, and we both knew of each other's work, I think, but we'd never met, and it was nice to have about a week before shooting of just kind of talking through things with Gareth in his office, and us all being on the same page of the relationship, and it was always building and changing the entire process of the film, and it's nice to have that kind of collaboration part of making a movie this large. I think audiences are pretty smart these days, and I think they not a large portion of people who go and see movies can just enjoy monsters just battling it out. I think everyone wants to see actors in films for a reason. I think they want to be connected to the emotional life and the human story, and then that investment allows you to care and enjoy about what's happening next to the world and to these monsters. And it's amazing to have such an unbelievable ensemble of people who you're all at different times invested in. You're invested in Brian's story and Juliette's, Binoche's at the beginning, and then you're also interested in Ken Watanabe's, his history with his father or his grandfather, and Sally Hawkins, and their passion, and then you're connected to this smaller family story between me and Aaron and his character and our son. So I think it's incredibly important. Absolutely, and we love disaster movies. I think people love disaster movies because there's always the moment where people persevere at the end of it, and people rebuild, and that's during these disasters. It's the connection that we have between our loved ones and our family that you need, that make you remember what's most important in life. And I think that's the human aspect. We love disaster movies, and we also are fascinated by it. I don't know if it's because it's our greatest fear or what, but if you are driving and you see a car accident, everyone slows down to take a look. I don't know if it's because they care about who's hurt or if they wanted to see how bad it looks. It's really technical, and it's something it's a skill that you learn, I think, and I think it's a skill that a lot of actors are really good at, and there are reasons why we love Harrison Ford, he or anyone really. I mean, you can say the same thing for Robert Downey. There are people who are able to understand the technical part of it and bring so much personality in those moments, and so it's a skill to understand. And I'm happy I got a taste of it in this film. Well, I always knew what was happening because Gareth always, before we shot everything for special effects, he had this what's called previs, where you see basically a cartoon version of what they're going to put in special effects. So he never left me in the dark, and I was really scared I would be in the dark, and I was really scared that like I wasn't going to know what was going on. But he always showed me exactly. They already made a cartoon version of myself, so I gotta learn from her. I am probably the most vocal audience member, which is probably embarrassing for every single person I go to the movies or the theater with. So I encourage it. I mean, I'm the person who's like, you know, if I'm laughing so hard in a comedy, I also am speaking at the same time, which probably is irritating. But yeah, of course that's encouraged. That makes the theater going experience important, and there's a reason why it's fun to go see movies in a cinema. Absolutely. I haven't seen it that way yet. I saw it on a great screen, but I want to see it with like the best sound, and I want to see it on the largest IMAX, and I can't wait to see it in that way. I think and I will get to, and I'm really excited for that.